Karoline Leavitt, White House press secretary, known to some as Soviet Barbie. I kind of am unsure whether my audience wants me using those nicknames. There's definitely a misogynistic aspect to it. But that's the one that's floating around now, Soviet Barbie. Let me know if that's sort of like unbecoming of a progressive show or whatever you think. I don't know. Whatever we nickname her or not, she does presentations on camera, both in the press briefing room and on TV, usually Fox News, that would make North Korean and Soviet propaganda anchors blush. This is a lot. Karoline Leavitt flipped out on a CNN reporter saying she is merely motivated by her hatred of Donald Trump. And there's a lot underlying this. Take a listen.
But that reporter is a sheep, and she's a mouthpiece for people who don't like Donald Trump. And she only gave the White House an hour to respond. And that's, again, the same playbook we've seen the fake news media play time and time again. But this story has now been debunked widely by not just the United States, but also Iran and Israel as well.
You might be wondering, what is this about? Why is she so angry? Well, she is following Trump's lead, as Karoline Leavitt always does. And Donald Trump posted the following to Truth Social before this interview. Quote, Natasha Bertrand should be fired from CNN. I watched her for 3 days doing fake news. She should immediately be reprimanded and then thrown out like a dog. She lied on the laptop from hell story, and now she lied on the nuclear site story, attempting to destroy our Patriot pilots by making them look bad when in fact they did a great job and hit pay dirt. Total obliteration. She should not be allowed to work at fake news CNN. It's people like her who destroyed the reputation of a once great network. Her slant was so obviously negative. Besides, she doesn't have what it takes to be an on-camera correspondent. Not even close. Fire Natasha. I assume when Trump says she doesn't have what it takes to be on camera, that Trump's saying she's not attractive enough physically. That seems to be Trump's big currency. And so what we are seeing is that when the dear leader says jump, everybody says how high. And when Trump attacks a particular reporter, Karoline Leavitt goes right into it as well. The likes of which anyone with familiarity with authoritarian regimes should understand the risk of. It's now, they've been doing it for a while. They did it to Jim Acosta in his first term. They sued George Stephanopoulos. We've seen it in inklings, but they are really targeting individual and specific members of the media. They want Natasha Bertrand fired, and we'll see if he succeeds at that. Now, back to Karoline Leavitt. She also is claiming that even within the intelligence community, there are actors who want to make Trump look bad. And therefore, you've got to be really careful about what comes out of the intelligence community, too. Trump's intelligence community, by the way.
No other president in history could have ever dreamed of such a success. And that's exactly why the fake news media is now trying to demean and undermine the president. And we've seen this playbook be run before. You have hostile actors within the intelligence community who illegally leak bits and pieces of an intelligence assessment to push a fake news narrative. And that's what the CNN story was yesterday. And it's not a coincidence that it was written by the exact same CNN reporter who wrote the original story, falsely alleging that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. The American public are smarter than this, and they should know the truth. President Trump completely and totally obliterated the capability of Iran to produce a nuclear weapon, and the world is safer today because of his historic efforts.
Yelling something doesn't make it true. Repeating a lie doesn't make it true. This is truly both a dangerous and insane lie, because we now know nothing was obliterated. Iranians are going to be able to regroup. They're going to be able to continue where they left off, probably within just a few months, all because the orange leader tells fantastical lies, and people like Karoline Leavitt need to go along with the lies. But at a certain point, we have to be able to say, they're just not telling you the truth, but they're able to construct their own reality, common of authoritarian regimes. And if you don't say that you buy into it, you are exposed as being outside. You're not on our side. And then they attack you. and then they demand that you be fired, like they're demanding with Natasha Bertrand from CNN right now. The clampdown may come on any of us. And as we see the demands for Natasha Bertrand to be fired, we have to remember it could be us too. And so I encourage you to get on our Substack newsletter, davidpakman.substack.com. It's the one place we own our data. If the clampdown does come, and we don't know if and when that will be, it's the only way I'll be able to get a hold of you and let you know what's going on. You can also email info@davidpakman.com and say, hey, David, get me on that newsletter. We've got a great show. We're going to talk to Cory Booker and so many other great things. Go Google your name right now, and you'll probably be shocked by how many sketchy websites have your address, phone number, even details about your family. Our sponsor, Incogni, is the solution. It is a service that will force data brokers and people search sites to delete your personal information so scammers, spammers, and snoops can't get their hand on it. It's also now part of their unlimited plan that you can do custom removals. You're no longer limited to just the 250 plus sites in their automated system. You can submit any link where your personal info is exposed, and Incogni's privacy experts will get it taken down, even if the site's not in their database, whether it is whitepages.com, trellis.law, DNB, or anybody else quietly publishing your information. Incogni will wipe the footprint clean. You paste the link and they do the rest. If you're tired of being tracked, profiled, targeted, this is how you push back. For instance, these sites are where scammers and spammers can get your information to then target you. Using Incogni can cut way down on the spam calls and the messages that you get. Try it risk-free for 30 days and get 60% off an annual plan when you go to incogni.com/Pakman. The link is in the description.